I want to thank the staff this morning that we learned about Jermaine Kearse coming to the school with a really short period of time, and our staff was amazing about making this happen this morning. So could we hear it for the staff at the high school? So when we were contacted by Jermaine to come out and speak to you all, I was really excited because I'm a big Hawks fan, but I was even more excited because he went to my alma mater, University of Washington. Go Dogs! Okay, so I'd like to welcome Jermaine Kearse.
Off with a little competition, so I want this side, I want to hear you guys yell C, and then this side Hawks. Because at the Seahawks, we're all about competition. I play in front of thousands of people. I want to hear some noise, so I'm gonna start right here. C. I think it could be a little louder. I'm gonna tell you, I play in front of thousands of people. Sometimes I can't even hear my own self-talk. So I want to hear you guys. Y'all got me excited. I'm up here nervous like it's game day. I feel like I'm about to play in the game. First and foremost, I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to come up here, to be able to talk to you guys, to be able to offer some encouragement, to be able to try and inspire, even if it's just a couple of you guys. Just that's my goal, to be able to just encourage, to bring some hope. I brought my note cards just in case I get a little off topic, because I tend to do that a little bit. First thing first, I wanted to start by saying is I'm grateful, I'm blessed to be able to play for the Seattle Seahawks. I grew up in Tacoma, Washington, Lakewood, Washington, about an hour and a half or so south from here. I went to Lakes High School. I was able to go to the University of Washington, played 4 years there, started 4 years. My man. We're not gonna boo him, but did you guys give him the memo? Did you guys give these guys the memo? Yeah. It's all good. I still support you guys, even though it's hard game over here. She's asking me the problem over here. A whole bunch of craziness is going on. We got Patriots fans, prom, and everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, I went to the University of Washington. Go Dogs. I graduated in 4 years. Unfortunately, I had these dreams of getting drafted, getting the phone call, hearing my name, a team coming up to me asking me that they want me to be part of their team. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I went undrafted. I was able to sign with the Seattle Seahawks after as a free agent, and from there it was wraps. It was a door open. I took advantage of the opportunity. The first thing I want to tell you guys, I want you guys to know that everybody in this gymnasium, you guys all matter. You guys all have a purpose. You guys all have a unique gift that's different from each other's. Your gift is different from hers. Hers is different from his. Your guys' gift is different from theirs. But it's a gift that you guys have, a unique gift that you guys have to give to this world. And it's awesome to see is because you guys have the ability to create change. You guys have the ability to make an impact on this world, each and one of you. Nobody's purpose is greater than the others. Sometimes we can kind of get lost into that, thinking that your purpose is better than others. Everybody has a purpose, and nobody's purpose is bigger than the next person. See, I get lost. If there was a title to my talk or to my speech, I would call it "Be the Best You." And you sit there and you might think, okay, what does that mean? What does being the best you mean? It means maximizing the opportunity, being the best you, competing to be your best. See, with Pete, when we go throughout game day or we go through practice or whether it's meetings, the coaches and Pete, they don't ask us to do more than what we can do ourselves. They ask us to be the best you, because that's good enough. So the best you is good enough. I'm gonna repeat that. The best you is already good enough. And so when being the best you is just about maximizing opportunities. Being able to take advantage of every opportunity that sets forth in front of you, being able to go for it. And with that, there comes a couple things. There's a couple things that kind of go with being the best you. How do you become to be the best you? How does that happen? Well, the first thing is you gotta set goals. You gotta have goals. It sounds cliche, you sit there and like, oh, you got a goal set. You've been hearing that since you were young in elementary school. Have goals, have goals. But it's a real thing. It's a real thing because when you set goals, you create a purpose. You have a purpose for everything that you do because you have a point that you want to reach. You gotta create short-term goals, you gotta create long-term goals. The long term is the longest journey. That's a lifelong journey. The short terms is each step that you take to get to that long-term goal. The short-term goals are stepping points. It's one step at a time. So you create goals. Creating goals creates a purpose. Everything that you do has a purpose now. Everything that you do that has a purpose to get to that goal. And when you have a purpose, you create energy. You ever feel like when you're doing something, you're like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't know if I really want to do it or do it. Because I know I do. There's been times where I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I do not feel like working out. At all. I'll call my buddy, like, look, hey man, my hammies kind of tight. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but then I also know that I have a goal that I want to reach, so that goal that I have in my mind creates a different type of energy. I might be sore today, but I gotta put the work in. So when you create a purpose, it creates energy. It creates something inside you that makes you want to go for it. And the thing about setting goals is, not all goals are going to be comfortable. It's okay. The thing about being comfortable is you get into your little box. Everything is good. You're comfortable with where you are. I want to let you know it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's about, you always hear people say, step out of your comfort zone. Well, I'm more here to say, expand your comfort zone, right? You want to expand your comfort zone. And that comes from being able to just go for it. I'm gonna tell you a story. So, a couple years ago, with these two guys, and right after we lost the Super Bowl to you guys, thanks. I had a chance, I've never left the United States. I've never traveled. I was always so comfortable with being in the United States, loved America. And I had a chance to go to Nicaragua, South America, for a volunteer trip. And I was a little nervous, never been out of the States, didn't know what to expect, going to a third world country with a bunch of people I never knew. I was in a comfort zone that I was comfortable with. I left, I went, got to experience, we went to an island in the Caribbean, we went to the Pacific side, built schools out of water bottles. It was an amazing experience, and I thought to myself, I'm so glad that I took the opportunity to step out, expand my comfort zone, because it was such an amazing experience. And the most important thing is I want you guys to be able to expand your comfort zone so you guys can experience the same type of things. Change is scary, but it's necessary. It can be scary, but it's very much necessary. It allows you to grow. It allows you to grow into things that you never thought that you could see for yourself. It could be rewarding. So the ultimate message would be, just go for it. You guys have prom. She went for it. She held up her sign about going to prom. She went for it. I bet you she wasn't comfortable. The next thing, sorry for putting you out on the spot. The biggest thing, you have goal setting, you have expanding your comfort zone, And then the next thing, the final thing that I think is know your why. And I think this is the most important, is knowing your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why'd you create this goal? Why are you stepping out of your comfort zone? What is your why? Because ultimately when times get tough, because times are going to get tough, life is a journey, it's a long journey, there's ups and downs, it's a hilly road, it's a roller coaster, there are going to be good times, there are going to be bad times, there are going to be times where you want to quit, there's going to be times where you feel at your best. But you got to ultimately know your why. Your why is going to get you through those tough times. When you're sitting down and you're feeling low, you're feeling defeated, that's when you go to your why. You got to have an anchor. When you're in a boat and you're in the sea and it's stormy, and you set that anchor, you have to know what your anchor is. You got to be able to know that you can't see your anchor, it's below water. You don't see the work that it's doing, but you got to understand that your why is the biggest. So when you think about these goals that you're setting or whatever that you're doing, understand your why, because ultimately your why is going to get you through the tough times. Right? Right, okay. Nobody wants this one. Right. And last thing I want to say is, with me saying that everybody has a purpose, you know, we live in a society now. You got your social media, you got your Instagram. I got more followers than you. You got more followers than me. All that stuff. Be happy. Be happy with yourself, right? Be happy with yourself. You know, with social media and everything, it's so easy trying to impress others. But I'll tell you this, it's so much more fulfilling impressing yourself than it is before impressing each other. You gotta be content and be happy with yourself, because you'll take your journey far much further than you can even imagine. So what I want you guys to do is just be the best you. Be the best you, and I tell you what, the sky's the limit. There's no boundary to what you can accomplish. I had people tell me my whole life that I couldn't do something. My whole life, at each level, high school. Oh, you can't play Division I football, boom, did it. Oh, you can't make it to the pros, didn't get drafted, boom, did it. You can't win a Super Bowl. A guy from Lakewood, Washington won a Super Bowl. Brought the first Super Bowl to the state of Washington. How about that? So if there's anything that you guys take from this, is be the best you, because I'm telling you, there are no boundaries to it. So thank you guys for allowing me to be here. I appreciate it. Go Hawks.
So Jermaine, this year, earlier in the year, we had a student who was shot in a shooting at Cascade Mall. And one of the things we did as a community is we went out and told our story, and we wanted a symbol for a way that we come together as a community. So thanks to a lot of contributions from both the community and from some corporations, we outfitted all of our students and staff with Bulldog Strong t-shirts. So on the front it says Bulldog Strong, just to remind us that we're a strong community together. And then our tagline, we are MB, and we would be honored if you would accept this from us. And then I'm wondering if anybody has a quick question for Jermaine before he has to take off. And it can't be about prom. Jermaine would not be allowed to come to prom, he's too old. Another quick question?
So she asked, what is my motivation to keep going? which is a good question because that's kind of tying to my why. So I'm gonna tell you my why. So my why is my family. I got married about, I got married about a year and a half ago, and I'm expecting a baby in June, so my motivation to keep going is my family, and ultimately to just be able to, it's a girl, so to be able to show my daughter that anything is possible if you put your mind to it, if you work hard, if you set these goals, and to be able to show her that no matter any circumstances, from where you start, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Got another question?
Can I run routes with you guys after school? I wish, but I gotta go back down south. Any question up there? Can I get a picture? Everybody's gonna want a picture of that.
What's the best thing about being a professional?
That's part of me.
She asked, what's the best thing about being a professional? That's a really good question. Let's see. Well, being able to come here and talk to you guys, I mean, that's one of the biggest perks of it. I think being able to, I mean, I've been playing football my whole life since I was young, and being able to get to the highest stage or the highest level of this sport has been a blessing. And the best part, I would say, just period about playing football is just meeting new people. So in college, like this is probably one of my favorite things about playing sports is I get to meet so many different people from, you got people from the East Coast, from the South, and you get to hear their stories. And there's so many great stories out there that people have to tell, and just to hear that is really awesome.
Okay, can we get a round of applause for Jermaine? Okay, and Jermaine's going to be taken off. When the assembly's over, you are headed to your next class. Thanks for coming out this morning.